And we are back with more Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Last time we left off, we have come back to Ashina Castle because it is under siege/invasion by the Interior Ministry, who seems to have aims on Lord Kuro. We probably can expect Genichiro to show back up at some point because pretty certain, although I don't think we have any hard confirmation, but pretty certain that he is anti the Interior Ministry. And, yeah, the good old political intrigue or what have you. That said, there was a comment on the previous video regarding the headless we've encountered many times. I guess we do not come across a weapon that hard counters them. We just have to deal with them. Divine Confetti is very valuable for dealing with them. And, yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, supposedly they drop unique rewards according to that comment, so I'm very curious if that's the case or not. Like, telling me basically there's like unique rewards or something, and I will definitely want to do it. So let's. How much Divine Confetti do we even have? 14. So I think it is purchasable at some of the merchants. Not 100% certain, but fairly certain. Alright, let's go ahead and basically commune. Boy, we're at an awkward place basically with our skill pointage here. And that if we die to these guys, it could be bad. But let's travel to the Bell Demon's Temple. Because I do want to try and fight at least one of these headless. Because if they drop unique rewards, I want to find out what type of unique reward. I mean, it might just be prayer beads, which at that point it's kind of like, okay, fine. But the comment said, think of them as optional super bosses, which, I don't know if intended, but when I think of optional super bosses, I tend to think of, like, Final Fantasy, Omega Weapon in 5, and Shinryu, the Game Boy Advance version of 6 with Kaiser Dragon, and you could even throw in Doomgaze there. So yeah, there is some weight when I hear the term super boss. So hopefully they're not actually that bad, but I mean, we gotta learn somewhere. So we're gonna try and kill this one that was over here. It does seem to be that sneaking up on these guys doesn't really do anything. Although we should probably basically get into a comfortable range. Apply the Divine Confetti. We get to keep our Divine Confetti? We do, okay. Okay, drink. We should also double check here real quick. We should probably have the Terror gourd on. Well, that didn't quite work out. There it is. Ooh, actually, now think about it. We haven't tried. Oh, really? For a swing. Huh. You know, for being the Mortal Blade against an undead enemy, I really expected that to deal more damage. It did not. I think we were better off with the Ashina Cross. Really? Okay, get more terror of it. Okay. I think what we need to do... We need more divine confetti. Honestly, it's not too bad so far. One thing I'm kind of curious about here is... I mean, I guess swap out that. Can we hit them with the Fistful of Ash? I kind of doubt it, but you never know. Oh, did not mean to hit that. Okay, there he is. Yep, like I thought. Not much there. Okay. Dodge him coming up from behind. Alright, where's it gonna show up from? That's a bit quicker than I expected. Okay, disappear. Not bad. Vako's Spirit Fall. Fallen headless spirit of Vako that increases vitality and posture damage for a time. Consumes spirit emblems to use repeatedly. Interesting. Headless are the ruined form of corrupted heroes who once fought for their country. Seize the power of an inhuman spirit by laying it to rest, but risk going quite mad unless something is offered in return. Which I assume they mean by spirit emblems. So that increases vitality and posture damage. Okay. I made a pretty good exchange for the Divine Confetti. I want to say, given that we're not really, like, killing anything else with it? Let's see, so is it like a gourd, then? Yep, there it is, okay. Number held. Okay, it costs 2 to use. I do wish they would, like... I'm assuming this isn't consumable. Like, I assume basically using it doesn't make it disappear. Because that would kind of suck. But okay. I'm very happy with that result, and that is basically one of the... Actually, what other treasures are there potentially in here? I mean, we know basically there's like kind of the initial fall down. Okay. Not a bad way to start off today's recording. It was a bit sloppy, but we know basically there are a few other ones that we want to take down. This does the same old before, right? Yep, Shinobi escape route, leads to Demon Bell. Okay. I am relatively happy with that. Okay. Go this way. I kind of want to take down the underwater one next, because the underwater one basically kind of fascinates me to a certain degree. Alright, well, we'll rest. How much money do we have? Only 82. Mainly because I'm kind of a bit curious here. If we go back to the Ashina Depths Mibu Village, because there was a merchant over here, and given that basically the Mibu Village is kind of ghosty in nature, like not 100%, but kind of, I do wonder if that merchant here sells divine confetti or not. Because he's the one that we got the tarot cord from. You sell divine confetti goods there? No, he does sell basically that. We have Dragon Spring sake. Adamantite scrap, which probably is good at some point. But okay. It's one of those things where it's like, I kind of want to use the divine confetti for this, but I'll admit some concern of like the last boss being like, I'm only weak against divine confetti. And then us kind of being like, we are plumb empty from having used it all up tackling Headless. But alright, let's go ahead back to Ashina's Castle. Where I want to go is probably the Old Grave one, because I want to tackle the underwater Headless next. Because given that he's underwater, I feel like whatever he gives us might be underwater related in terms of goodness. I mean, I'm one of two thoughts. Like, one thought is each of these guys is going to drop something that's going to be essentially a infinite version of the candy. Which, you know, fair enough. Definitely not bad, given I have so much candy and I've not used any of it because it's consumable. Like, it makes me concerned of being like, but if I use it now, it's kind of like the divine confetti. I'm worried that if I use it now, I won't have it when it's really going to come in handy. And the funny thing of that is, like, it will never come in handy. Like, if it's never used, then it never gets done. It's just how it goes. Okay. I am a bit kind of intrigued. Let's go ahead and basically put the Spirit Fall on there. Alright, that seems like a good enough measure of things to use here. Can I just, like... Alright, cool. Do we have the... We do have the whistle equipped, alright. I mean, I don't need to kill these guys. I can totally just run past them. Alright, Headless. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. I do wonder if the fish are going to try and interrupt. Or if they just scattered. Huh, why not use this underwater? Underwater roar there. The reason I'm not using any divine confetti right now is that we're kind of learning a bit here. Whew, boy. So far, we're whittling them down without using any confetti. Ungo's Spirit Fall. Fallen Headless Spirit of Ungo that reduces vitality damage taken from physical attacks. Consume spirit emblems to use repeatedly. Headless are the ruined form of corrupted heroes who once fought for their country. This warrior lost his mind in defense of the state. His attempted mutiny was met with a swift beheading, and the lifeless body sunk to the bottom of the moat. Okay, so yet again another type of the candy. All right, heavy coin purse. Heavy coin purse. Heavy coin purse. Yashikiru's sugar, not bad. I keep hearing the swimming of fish, but I do not see the fish. We encountered them last time we were around here. Maybe that's just like us disturbing the water. But okay, we can probably head back here. Let those guys fight it out while we get some free skill points from the monk here. And the warrior. And a part of me wants to kind of like see who comes out on top here. And ever since I was a kid, I always liked watching CPU versus CPU fights. Like, back in Warcraft 2, I would just basically, like, do free-for-alls, give myself God mode, but never, like, do anything more than peon, and just, like, watch the CPU fight for hours. I always just liked watching how enemy AI kind of works, and then trying to, like, figure it out a bit more myself. Looks like the ninja probably has the upper hand here. Almost knocked the guy into the water. There we go. Uh-oh. Fight each other, not me. I'm just trying to help out here. So close to a skill point. It's like I kind of want to cap it off in case we get a bit too greedy fighting the headless here. Okay, more money. Always highly appreciated. No, I don't have too many drinks, but I mean there should be some easy targets this way. Okay. Black Hat used to be here, but I don't think that's his blood. Right? Okay, I remember that cannoneer there. There we go. Okay, gather this. As I said, I don't think they can hit us up here, so last community idol. We got what we came for. That skill point. Then if I recall, we are trying to save up now for... We need 5 for the upgraded, like, empowered mortal blade thing. That is a combination of it and Ashina Cross. But to get to that, we need... Yeah, we need 3. We need 9. Whew. That is quite a bit. Alright, let's go ahead and go to... Not the Great Serpent Shrine. I think it was Sunken Valley, Undershrine Valley. Might as well take down the other Headless. We're having success with the, we defeated 2 of them, which is pretty good work for how into the video we are, so... Let's go ahead. Cool. Excellent. And then hop, hop. Okay. Back to our stuff here. Oh yeah, I think it's up here. I was like, I remember there was some way to get through here. My current thinking is maybe to just kill what free kills we can here, but then avoid the others and just run into the water. Do the ghost swordsmen not come back? Okay, no, there they go, okay. Alright, good enough. Okay. Pretty much right off the bat, we're going to need Divine Confetti at the ready. Swing. Okay, drink. Yeah, there it comes. See, disappear, reappear. Good. Yep, there's disappear. Oof, okay. Get some health back. Oof, ouch, kinda got knocked out of the air there. Real quick. Okay, we had the Ashina Castle equipped. Cool. Disappear. Oh. Dang it. Alright. We can recover. Goken's Spirit Fall. Fallen Headless Spirit of Goken. Reduces posture damage, taken for a time. Consumes spirit emblems, used repeatedly. Headless are the ruined form of corrupted heroes who once fought for their country. Dedicated burial mounds quietly appease the spirits with severed heads, though none call upon them for long. Okay, not bad, not bad. I think we kind of looted everything the first time we encountered this guy. But okay, we got 5 gourd left. Kinda want to take down some of those ghosts in the graveyard if we can get some sneak attacks on. Sneak attacks in, on them. And then in the general sense. Ooh. What the? Oh, they're all waiting around the water for me. Okay. Ouch. That didn't interrupt them, sadly. Good. Cool. The other guy did not get alerted. Let's quietly sneak up on him to the best of our ability to be quiet. There we go. Yeah, ideally we can get basically 2 points before we try to tackle the guy on the rooftop. I'm trying to think of the best location to do that. I mean, I guess... yeah, if we go from... let's see here. Well, first, let's Commune Idol. Now what I'm thinking of is we start at the Great Snake Shrine and work our way back to that one Buddhist monk warrior dude that we're just gonna stab that we can eavesdrop on, because he gives like 600, and the fights in between that basically should kind of help cap us off. And all right, we're down to 7 in storage, 5, so we're down to 12 divine confetti in general, but we don't need it right now. Let's go ahead. I really wish I could just like swap it more easily there, but okay, homeward idol, put that there, and then we could probably put one of the sugar things here, which reduces vitality damage taken from physical attacks, so we can last longer, reduces posture damage. Probably the vitality is better, especially since we use, whenever we run out of stuff, we tend to use Ichimonji quite a bit, which helps basically balance out posture a lot more. And then, if I also recall, it was, we are saving up for 3, okay. So let's go ahead and travel to, I think it's Ashina Castle has the, yep, the Great Serpent Shrine. Yeah, we'll take down these guys, basically get that skill point, and then I can only assume that the guy at the very top floor of the castle that we saw from a distance when we were kind of like taking down lieutenants left and right, I can only assume that he is probably story, like either he's already taken Lord Kuro, or he's about to, or etc, etc. There we go. I don't think they had any money on them, because it would be kind of strange if they did. Oh, I do like the little world building that the ninjas, well, took down the monkeys, but also it's like it's the implication that the monkeys actually took some of them down. It's a bit shocking, knowing the monkeys that we encountered. Like, they're tough in big groups. There we go. He has a lot less damage on him than before. I'm very happy that basically the upgraded thing we got before of like we can use a weapon, certain weapons, and an attack at once synergize better. Like that allowed me to close the gap after using the Mistraven feathers. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, closing in on that second skill point. Like one guy's like 600, one guy is 21. Such a very wide range. Alright, obviously the tougher guy first. Oh, okay, tougher guy did not give the amount I thought he would give. What we can do is we can take down basically the red masked ninja this way. Yeah, okay, that's them making a move. Uh-oh, they're coming back. Oh, okay. They are not coming back. Okay, now they're going. Don't know if he... Alright, nope, he's following me quite a distance here. Yeah, that's right. I know, it's a CPU, you have a leash. I like how the blood makes a bit of a weird face mask on me there. Sekiro the Clown. Yep, just wait for him to drop aggro. There we go. It's even further away than I thought? Whoa, whoa. Almost there. One more should about do it. Ah, crap. There we go. then... just because I can. It's like a bit of a freebie there. Now the big thing is we got money. Oh yeah, what do you have to say? Alright. Same as, not quite usual, but same as before. That guy's about to die to a ninja if I recall correctly. Oh, there he goes. Alright, commune. Now the question is what to invest our money into. Because what I'm thinking of doing is, let's go basically back to the dilapidated temple. Then the idea basically is from the dilapidated temple, talk to the merchant and maybe buy one of the dragon tier things, because we do have basically dragon rot to cure. So let's go ahead and basically purchase dragon's blood droplet. Oh, pretty not that bad price-wise. Yep, there we go. Okay. We have about 600 left. I don't think we can upgrade anything with just 600, but good to double check. Oh. Didn't realize you guys were having a bit of a meet and greet. Hmm. Given she was just with her lord, I think she's more of a ninja than most of the ninjas we've encountered. Going between basically her lord Ishin and back over here. Okay. Everything we talk about. Alright, repeat dialogue. Let's see. Can we upgrade anything? I highly doubt it because all the upgrades we're looking at are pretty high level now. Ooh. Now that's highly tempting. We can actually upgrade into the Phoenix's Lilac Umbrella now. I'm trying to think. 7 out of 4. Okay, so then we wouldn't be able, basically, we would run out of one ingredient and the ring to get Malcontent, but I do want to get Malcontent at some point. I feel like apparition enemies are only going to get more and more prevalent as the game gets on. Ooh, we could actually also get the Golden Vortex. Though yet again, it takes the, oh wait, no, okay. This one basically, like, we have most of this stuff. I mean, we need a 2,000 total, but that's doable. Yeah, let's go ahead basically... I feel a bit bad. It's like I need to exchange coin purses before coming back to him, so let's do that real quick here. Alright, sell. Okay, we have single one of these, but we do want 1,000 anyway, so let's go ahead and basically do that. Then we need 400. There we go. So let's go ahead basically and get both of those upgrades. Present. Upgrade. Alright. We'll start with this one because it goes into Malcontent. And like we're more likely to use this one than the flame one, but... Okay, final tier information unlocked. Ooh, okay. Lazulite Sacred Flame. A flame barrel blessed to the favor of the Fountainhead Lapis Lazuli. I always have a hard time saying that stone. Cost for elements used, damages even apparitions with this blazing purple flame. This flame does not, however, inflict burn status abnormality. The sacred lapis lazuli fires are divine. Cleanse the deep-seated hatred with flame. Then the Lazulite Axe, which basically a loaded axe blessed to the favor of the Fountainhead Lapis Lazuli. Cost spirit elements to use. The hefty lazulite blade inflicts damage even on guarding enemies. The sound of the lapis lazuli blade striking home creates a powerful reverberations capable of dispelling enemy illusions. Ooh. Lazulite Sabimaru. Sabimaru blessed with the favor of the Fountainhead. All these are the lapis lazuli. The combination of lapis lazuli and the rusted blue blade produce a poisonous mist with every swing. Dissolving the lapis lazuli over the blade causes the ancient blue rust to bubble to the blade surface. And then lazulite shuriken. Shurikens blessed with the favor of the fountainhead lapis lazuli. Sorry, it's gonna lose all sense me saying that over and over again. Its piercing edges heavily damage vitality and damages vitality and posture even if guarded. These blades do not slow down even after striking an enemy. The lazulite blue trail of light it emits in flight is reminiscent of a shooting star. Interesting. And to get this one, we need that one. We need this one before that. But okay, let's go ahead. Yeah, we can't get that, but we can get this. Also get the golden vortex, because I do like the whole them dropping stuff there. So, boom, boom. Alright, cool. So the only thing missing, basically, I believe that smaller thing is the lumps of fat, if I recall correctly. Alright. Let's go ahead. Cash out this remaining 85, because I think I can buy us like 1 or 2 spirit emblems, so might as well do that. Alright, purchase spirit emblems. Yep. Boom, boom. Alright. Let's go ahead and confront whoever's on top of the castle here. So let's go to the dojo. Then we can just stab that one free guy along the way. He might even give us enough money to just buy 1 more spirit emblem. Just kind of drain that bank account, because I do not expect my ability to survive a boss in the first go at this stage of the game. It's just like, we're gonna die, which is why I'm not curing the dragon rot quite yet. But it's all about learning. Give me 5 gold. Or 5 yen? I guess it'd be yen. There we go. Ooh, we can buy 2 spirit emblems, alright. Alright, purchase. Boom, boom. Cool. Alright, up to the rooftop we go. Or, I keep saying rooftop, but technically it's the final floor. Hello again. Yeah, same dialogue. That thing. I'm going to assume that they won't follow, hopefully.
O主のことはよく覚えているぞ。死んだと聞いていたが、一体何を企んでいる？フクロウよ。
Ooh.
企むなど滅相も。さあ、我と共に参りましょうぞ。このフクロウは巫女様の尊いその恩知お守りしたいだけにございます。
お主も流因に見入られたか。話すことはない。去るがよい。
相すみませぬが、懐かしきこの眺めをもうしばし堪能したく、満足しましたら帰ります。
I somehow have the vibe this isn't gonna be a touching reunion between adopted father and son. Just can't even talk to Lord Kuro. Alright, yeah, not suspicious at all.
父上、生きておいてだったと
は。計りごとよ。お前こそあの世死んだと思うておったがな。
巫女様のお力にて死人より帰りました。
それよ。
は
わしはあの巫女の力を流飲を手中にしようと思う。
ですが
分かっておる。第一の掟により父が命じる。主を捨てよ。今よりあの巫女はお前の主ではない。
巫女様を捨てる。
そうじゃ、狼よ。父の言葉に従い巫女を捨てよ。
They must say, oh hell no, like that makes no sense. They're... Stay loyal to your lord, unless I tell you otherwise. Like, he even said, even if your father tells you otherwise. It's like, that was the whole thing of the earlier flashback in the game. Stay loyal to Kuro, yeah.
できませぬ。
できぬだと。忍びが情に流されるなど、なんと情けないことか。せがれよ。なぜこの父の思いがわからぬのだ。忍びの掟を忘れたか。
掟は己で定める。そう決めました。我が主のように。
I'm convinced that's not our father. Like, everything he's saying makes no sense.
Hmm. 少しは成長しておるようだな。やろうか。狼よ。
Yeah, we are literally obeying the code our actual father gave us. Like, this is not our adopted father. He was very, like, my memory is not the best, but I'm pretty certain he was pretty explicit, being like, even if that means you have to go against me. And now the guy's like, no, screw your lord. It's just like, rule number 1 was don't do that. Alright, let's go ahead, basically. Yep. Cool. Ooh, okay. I should probably double Ichimonji in here. Maybe not. Maybe that was a very bad idea. Okay, let's... Yeah, actually back to Ashina Castle. I'm gonna drink again. Well done on the old man's part. Dun. can't drink, okay?
一つ親は絶対逆らうこと
No,
は許
no,
さ
that
れん
literally the opposite of everything you raised me on. I do not like this. Dang it.
自分は野良犬だった
Not too shocking, but I don't think we've encountered an enemy with anti-heal yet. Good to know, good to know. Yeah. Make sure we don't alert this guy. Alright. Trying to think of the best combination of things to deal with old man. Maybe? I don't know, like, there's better uses than, like, poison. Not even shuriken. Like, we could use shuriken against him. Like, when he does like, jump up in the mid-air, but I think, overall, we have a better opportunity than that. It could just have a lot of, like, Aqua Spirit Fall. Which, now think about it. Let's go ahead and, shuffle things around here. Okay. Dun. And in fact, I think... Yeah, I'm more basically of an offensive person, so let's only have the one equipped. Just have that on there. Just Terror is probably the most scary of the status effects. Although I guess we could see Old Man potentially poisoning us, so... Get that on there. I mean, even Fire, Old Man has a chance of doing that too, but let's not worry about every single one of them. Okay, Ashina Cross currently. And just curious about the ones that don't take any, requirements there. I did wonder about this one mid-air, because we kind of basically got the mid-air one a bit after this one, if I recall correctly. Which looks like this one doesn't cost any spirit emblems. What does it look like? Okay, not bad. Yeah, what's this? There we go.
なんと情けないことかせがれよなぜこの父の思いがわからぬのだ
I think repeat dialogue, but just in
忍び
case.
の掟を忘れたか
Okay, it's looking like not.
掟は己で
There
定
we
め
go. We'll just skip ahead.
参る
久方ぶりよなおい
Oh.
そう親は絶対逆らうことは許されん守れておらん
Okay. Drink. There we go. Thought that was gonna be an easy dodge, but nope. Oof, okay. Old man definitely has quite a bit of like heavy hitting moves there. Gain posture back. Okay, drink. I keep on trying to reposition basically by yep. Oof, boy. Wait, it doesn't really matter at this point. Okay, I mean, we got him down to half on the first. I think a big thing is trying to bait the shuriken dive. Bait that out, get some extra damage in. I think sticking to the current sword art we have, the Tomoe sword art, is pretty good. Because then we can basically use those spirit emblems. Pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. There we go. Ah! Come on. Dang it, there we go. Alright, old man. Round 2. Oh, I thought. Yeah, let's go into the cutscene. And then skip.
Might.
Okay. Run to rebalance. I thought that would be... Oh, man. It's like a truck, both basically in posture and otherwise. Drink. Yeah. Oh. Need to assume the gamer posture here. Slowly slouching down. Alright. We can do this. It definitely seems that basically a big thing is, like, you have to parry. Alright, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Hello. What the? Alright, try that again. There we go. I don't know know basically if I need to talk to him or not, which is why I kind of liked it right there, because I'm like, maybe that's important? I don't also think it is. I go back and forth. Yeah, old man. Trust me, I'm not... I'm used to father figures being disappointed in me. I dodged that. Whew. Okay, get some stance back. Stance back. Slight course correction there. Wonder how long the anti-heal lasts. Yep.
親は絶対逆らうことは許されん。守れ。
Still have the anti-heal on us. And to the end, did we have the anti-heal still on us? I feel like there's probably a gourd for that. But okay, though. We stabilize a bit near the end there. All about that learning curve. I don't think he's going to take too long. I say this knowing that we have yet to get him to the halfway point. Poor guy. Every time we come back, he's going to die. I do wonder if... I think this does more damage, but we are having a bit of issue with some of our stance.
Might. Oi!
Of course. just had that anti-heal on us.
親
Ugh.
は絶対逆らうことは許されん。守れておらぬ。
Okay, did not mean to actually do that, but whatever. I think I've just realized something. Ah, okay, that didn't quite work out. I mean, if I had to go, that's a pretty cool way to die.
野良犬だった。
But yeah, okay. I mean, I'm a bit surprised it took me so long, but I have the idea now that basically what I need to do is parry, parry, and then dodge, because a lot of the attacks are like sets of threes, roughly, give or take one. Oh. And then rush past here. Alright, old man. Again.
参る。
久方ぶりよな。おい。
Timing on that is definitely tricky. Man. Maybe I should just shirk in that one. Okay, he doesn't care about that. Good to know. I should have gone for a hit there. Okay. Go! You're not my adopted dad. Okay, there's that poison I kept on waiting for him to do. Oh no! I don't have the healing pellets equipped anymore. Am I still healing? Don't know if I am, but... Broke the target lock there. Crafty old man. I do like the music here. We have the resurrect, we haven't used one yet. And... okay, good. Then, yep. Okay. That was not great. I had little choice there. I had to go for the Ichimonji to try and get rid of some of the stance damage. I was tempted to try and pop one of those things that gives me new resurrects, but I do not suspect that we're near the end of the game court yet, so... This seems like maybe the 60% like mark fight. And don't. All right. Okay. could have gone on the offensive a bit more there. Ah, dang it. Very hard to get the dodge down on that one. Go! Yep, that's on me. Run! Got too many of those left. Ouch. We can. Slowly but surely. Out from there. Uh-oh. Alright. Carry on. Gotta get that stance damage back. Side. Then use it up. Whew. I am trapped in a door. Alright. Okay. We should definitely have a pellet. What the? Okay, good, good. Ooh, boy. Whew. Oh boy, that was so close. One can argue I should have basically used the regain my resurrection dot, but again, this fight basically hasn't pushed me into that level of desperation quite yet. And I suspect far harder fights await us still, so... Alright, get that. Dun, dun.
なんと
参る。
Alright, old man.
逆ぶりをな。
Yeah. Not great there. Okay, so far so good. Okay, good. Alright. Be careful about using too many sphere emblems. Go! Okay, let's try to avoid the poison. Alright, good. Dodge all the poison puddles. Okay, there we go. Got 2 more of those left. There we go, stands back. We can do it. Come on, old man. Old man who's lost his way. Run! Ah, dang it, yeah. That's fine. We can build that basically back up pretty easily. Given he's pretty low on vitality. Those. Alright. Memory. Great Shinobi. The battle memory of an extraordinary foe lingering in the mind of the wolf. Commune at the sculptor's idol and confront memories of battle to permanently increase attack power. The Great Shinobi Owl was father to the wolf. Whew. Aromatic branch. Dried aromatic branch, or dried aromatic wood from the Everblossom. Okay, so he's the one that stole it. Plucked by the wolf's father, the Everblossom is a sakura tree, and as such is ripe with nostalgia. Takeru would likely gaze upon this branch when it once blossomed, reminded of home, or once bloomed, reminded of home. One of the instance ingredients sought by the divine heir for immortal severance. Okay, cool. And let's go ahead and commune. Rest. We're technically at time for today. And I go back and forth, like, we're technically at time for today. We're about to hit a major story moment. But we're also about to hit a major story moment, which means there's going to be a lot of stuff potentially happening, so it's like... Well, let's go ahead and basically enhance our attack power. Confront memory, Great Shinobi Owl. The battle memory of an extraordinary foe, although a distant recollection of such a memory provided sustenance for the wolf. The Great Shinobi Owl's unbridled ambition was to obtain the power of the dragon's heritage. Now it is the time to let one's true name ring out across all of Japan. It was all for the sake of this ambition. That he was just an inside agent all along? Attack power has been enhanced. Nice. And alright, let's see where we're going, and then we'll stop once we get there. So we're gonna go forward a bit more. Let's go talk to Kuro. We have like all the divine ingredients right now for the incense. Sculptor's idol found. Boom boom. For our Kuro's room.
狼殿、よくぞ参られました。
We have a drink. We have monkey booze. And I guess we could give it to her. We've given monkey booze to the others. And we've already beaten the big monkey. You know what? Sure. Have some monkey booze, Emma.
酒を。
あら、これは猿酒ではありませんか。
何がおかしいのだ。
まずはいただきますね。辛い。そう、お猿。私は猿には何かと縁深いのです。
猿と。
はい。何せ私は猿に拾われた子です。信じていませんね。幼き日、戦場跡に一人、私は呆然と立っていました。何も泣くことも怒ることもできず、ただ呆然と。そうしたら猿が握り飯を食っていた。
猿がか。
はい、それはうまそうに裏飯と思いました。そうしたら今度は猿が握り飯をくれたのです。とてもうまかった。
親切な猿だ。
まことに親切な猿でした。
Didn't expect that little bit of background.
狼殿、ほんの少し。
I gotta repeat dialogue there.
苦労す。では、
Alright, Lord Kuro. Are we about to open the path to the Divine Realm? Which I'd assume would be the final area.
ご無事で何より。
フクロウ。
切りました。
すまぬ。
九郎様。
すまぬ。
なすべきことをなしたのです。
狼、ありがとう。
父がこれを持っていました。
これは床桜の枝か。そうか、フクロウが持っていたのか。
はい、これでまた一つ源の甲に近づきました。
ああ、そうだな、狼よ。
Wasn't that the last ingredient?
巫女様、源の甲の花手に入れました。
おお、やはり落ち谷に咲いていたか。
はい、落ち谷の奥に。
そこが源の水の流れが濃い場所だったということか。よく手に入れてくれた、狼よ。
Okay.
狼よ、ようやく叶うな。これできっと源の好機を抱きしめることができるだろう。さあ、香炉に集めたものをくべてくれ。
御意。
狼よ。
I gotta repeat dialogue there.
御意。
Alright, let's burn this incense. Open the path to the Divine Realm.
巫女様。
狼、不思議よ。案ずるな、深くは切らぬ。不思議を抜いてくれぬか。
はい。
すまぬが、目を閉じてくれ。
は。
もう良いぞ、狼。
大事ありませぬか。
大丈夫。胸のあたりを少し切っただけだ。これが源の好機か。何やら無性に懐かしい。
はい。
どうじゃ、何か変わったことはあるか。
匂いと、それから源の宮、その言葉が頭から離れませぬ。
源の宮。タケル様が書き残されていた通り、そこから宣教に通じているのだろうな。その源の宮への生き方だが、
かぐわしく腰入れ立てまつる。香りの石が置かれた祭壇にそう書かれていました。
うん。そなたは源の好機をまとっている。岩戸の奥の腰に入れば源の宮への道が開けるだろう。不死立ちは間近。頼むぞ、狼よ。
御意。
Okay, so that's kind of where we thought it would be. Also, I only now remember that there's a headless in that direction that we did not kill yet, so we should probably do that at some point as well. Also, I'll admit, part of my brain's like, the old man said to obey our lord first and foremost, right? He didn't tell us to obey our, like, obey your dad at all costs. It's like, I feel like I need to go back and double check that, but I think we made the right call. I think. Like, it would be weird to raise a ninja and be like, screw all your lords, it's all about your dad. It's just like, that's not how really any loyalty oath goes.
狼よ、宣教に向かい、竜の涙を取ってきてくれ。
はい。
まずは、そなたが香りの石を手にしたという岩戸の奥に行くのだ。そなたは源の好機をまとっている。岩戸の奥の腰に入れば、源の宮への道が開けるだろう。
御意。
Okay, cool. So we have our heading. We should wrap it up for today, but I real quick basically want to go back to Sunken Valley. Wait, no, not Sunken Valley. Ashina Depths. I believe it's the Hidden Forest. Yeah, we should try to take down basically the Headless there while I remember it still exists. There'll be potentially birds in the way, but shouldn't be too much of a deal, I think, probably. We need to make sure we re-equip the Divine Confetti, though. Let's see. Get rid of the poison. Where was the Divine Confetti? I think it was... Yep, here we go. I know it's somewhere down below. Ah, I still took damage from that. Boo. Okay. So our gourd basically is the third. He used to be the second. That's why I was kind of like double checking that. There he is. Alright. Boom. Boom. What? Where are you? Did not mean to drink too. Okay, disappearing. I feel like I'm moving slower with this guy than the others. Ouch. Oh. Ow. Alright, I got 2 left on the gourd. Go! Drink. There we go. Oh boy. Ouch. This is not the best of environments to fight in, I must say. Okay, not cool. That's fine, we have basically a resurrect ready. Drink. Phew. Gachun Spiritfall. Fallen Headless Spirit of Gachun. Suppresses sound and presence, making the user harder to detect. Consume spirit elements used repeatedly. Headless are the ruined form of the corrupted heroes who once fought for their country. I'm falling to pieces, said the man to himself, drifting deep into the forest. Honestly, that was the one that I was hoping I would get from the underwater one, because I was like, if we're going by all the different sugars, then there should be one for that. I was like, yeah, fatty wax, that means that basically we do have enough once we find the ring to get the that special whistle. Assuming we can find that special whistle, that'll be a different matter entirely, but... Alright, let's go ahead basically and wrap things up here for today. Let's try to get back up if we can. It might be in our best interest just to use the, there we go. Last community idol. Oh, actually, I should have said dilapidated temple. Since we're wrapping up, but, that's fine, that's fine. Oh boy, that final headless was in such a confined area. But I think that's mostly the equivalent of all the, sugars. Because we have the 2 defenses, we have attack boost, and now we have stealth boost, so... that should be all of them. Alright, travel... Dilapidated temple. Slight burp on my part there. I don't think it came through on the mic, but just in case it did, that's what it was. It was a minor burp. But okay, let's go ahead, wrap things up here, and yeah, overall, good session, I would say. I'm glad that we took down essentially all the headless I think that we found, and it might even just be all of them. And yeah, next time should be the Divine Realm, I think. Well, actually, we should double check with Sculptor Man, see if any new dialogue now that we have like a new scent on us.
誠の狼ならば、己の牙の使い道は己で決める。そうした顔になったようじゃな。
Percent, even though we have three money. But yeah, so right now, oh, we could totally get the Golden Vortex now. But I'm curious if we're going to find wherever this ring is, because I would like to get Malcontent first and foremost. It being a very stealth-oriented weapon, basically, I do really like that. Then we can save like other stuff for mid-combat.
ではな、また。
Wonder if Merchant Man has anything new to say, since the castle's been through 2 spots of danger now. Okay, talk. Okay, same as before. Wait, hold on. So he was already giving us a heads up about that, like, shift eventually, previously. Oh, okay, okay. I doubt anything new has appeared in the box, but always good to check. Yeah, okay. If I had to take a guess, given all these games, I figure New Game Plus is going to have, like, all our old stuff in there. Because so far, every single one of these Soulsborne games, even though this one isn't really a Soulsborne, has had New Game Plus. But given that a lot of these are, like, more mission equipment stuff, I could see them kind of putting it all there. But let's go ahead and wrap things up here for today. Also, man, my headphones have been acting up all today. I don't think any of that would have gone in the recording. Like, every time I check that, normally I can't find what I hear showing off in the recording since different feeds, but like, it was a bit warbly during the boss fight. I was like, everything could be okay. And yeah, overall, basically, I really enjoyed fighting our adapted dad. Like, it was a good fight. It was nice, fair, easy to learn, but still kind of difficult to all the way pull off. And yeah, that was fun. I'm glad we did that. And like I said, I'm going to have to double check to being like, did the old man tell us to definitely fight him, or like, choose your lord over your dad, or was he from the get-go planning this? Because his battle memory sounded like it's like, that's been the plan all along, which, I'm like, if that was the plan all along, why would he originally tell us to be like, obey your master first and then your dad? Because I don't think it was your dad first and then your master. So it's kind of weird that he was just like, obey, like, ditch your lord, sign up with me. I'm like, that's not how you raised us, which I honestly thought it might be like an enemy ninja disguising themselves as him, or like he would have a centipede in his body already or something like that. I really expected that, so I didn't expect him to die so naturally. Just definitely intriguing. But yeah, next time, Divine Realm. We'll see if I'm correct that we'll eventually encounter the Monkey King and a dragon maybe and all that other stuff. Or I do kind of half wonder, because it's happened before. It's like, or the game will just end. We get to the Divine Realm, we get a Dragon tier credit roll. We'll find out. So, until then, later.